record on. Perfect. Guys, want to let you know that our YouTube channel is now going to be updated, every day after coaching. So you guys have the YouTube channel that you can share with anybody that's thinking about joining the company or just wants to have some insight, hear some knowledge, and learn about what we do. And if it helps them elevate their game and they never join, cool. Like we're all about that. So abundance over scarcity. So let's go ahead and get rocking on this beautiful, is it Friday already? On this beautiful Friday morning. So I am going to have Mr. Hurston. Hurston, are you there? Hurston. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Hurston, okay, brother. I'm going to have you on this beautiful, glorious Friday morning, bring us out of the tunnel and bring us out on the field and take that football spirit that you have in you and bring us out on the field, my brother.
All righty. Well, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having an amazing start already. It's just the beginning of the end of the week. So let's get started with this beautiful Friday training and let's get started.
Love it. And I say football because Hurston's actually going to be playing some tackle football, like real live pads, hitting fools. I'm excited to see it, but I'm also I'm concerned because I know he's going to get sore. He's going to take some knocks, but I love that. So if you need me to stand in once in a while, I'm not saying every single week, it takes a little bit of time to recover now that I'm 41, down to play with you guys as well. All right. So by a show of hands or an emoji or whatever, who's here in this room for their very first time? Please let me know if you're here at group coaching for your very first time. And don't be shy. All right. So Deanna, hi Deanna, how are you? And how'd you learn about group coaching?
Hi, I'm good. Good morning, everybody. My good friend Misty, who is with you guys, she invited me to come find out some more information. I might join you guys pretty soon. So I just wanted to join today.
Wonderful. Well, the famous Misty Matthews, she's on today. Thanks for being here, Deanna. Hopefully take a lot out of our time together today. So thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Who else raised their hand and said that they were here for their very first time? Is it Lajari? Am I saying that right?
Yes, it's Lajari.
Lajari, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good, welcome.
My study friend who helped me with my real estate exam earlier this year, her name is hard to say, but so is mine, Menna. I'm not sure how we connected, but yeah. Oh, I posted something on a Facebook page and she contacted me and she said, you got to join this group. So I'm just in the process of leaving my brokerage. And once that's finalized, I'm going to join up and be more active. But this has been great.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for being here. And, I love that. And I love that the word is spreading. So thanks for being here. And Melissa, I see you. I don't think we've met. Is this your first time in group coaching?
Hi, yes. Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear.
Okay. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, I heard about this group call by Story. I met her at a networking event in San Jose this past weekend.
Very cool. Well, awesome. You know what? A lot of people don't know, and I'm going to share. So Story is actually an adrenaline junkie. She's actually doing like this crazy, it's like almost like base jumping with the parachute where you're controlling it. But now she's going to get into she wants to get into perimeter jumping. Have you ever seen like those bat suits? And
wow.
Yeah, like Soraya is like, she's super calm. She's calm, cool, and collected when you talk to her. But she's done, I don't know, she could speak to. She's done so many jumps and like true adrenaline junkie. I love that. But hey, I'm glad that she's spreading the word, and I'm glad that you're here. So thanks for being here. So let's go ahead and get rocking, you guys. A lot of stuff to cover, a lot of stuff to unpack over the last couple of days. So, and Bianca, welcome. I think this is your first time in group coaching. Good to see you. Super mom over there, still made the time to be here for group coaching. So I want to thank everybody for helping me break the internet yesterday. Louie has become an overnight sensation. And Christina Darrow has found her real, don't tell Poofy, true love in life. All right. He was an absolute hit. The pictures, the time, the cuddling. He was exhausted. He slept all day because he was overstimulated, had a great time in the office. But we have a new mascot. His name is Louie Blue, and he's going to be at all team events moving forward. So So let's
I'm
do
so
this again.
sad I didn't see him though.
Yeah.
When can I see him? I was out of town. I would just see his picture on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll be bringing him to the office quite a bit. He is just a little,
Very cool.
he is just like a wrinkly little ham. It's really cool. All right, guys.
So cute.
Let's go ahead and get cracking. I have a lot of thoughts here, a lot of notes here. I don't want to turn it over to you guys. I want to have some open dialogue, and I want the session truly to be a mastermind. I want to hear what you guys took away from Tom Ferry, if you guys attended. If not, you're going to hear from all of us. And then, like I said, I want to know what's going to be implemented. What are your key takeaways? What are you going to move on right away? So a couple things that I took and I wrote down, and a couple things that I've just kind of collected over the last few days. 99% of people don't need a new plan. They need to stick to the fucking plan, right? Let me say that one more time. 99% of people don't need a new plan. They need to stick to the fucking plan, all right? And I know it's early. I know I'm dropping some F-bombs. I'm gonna tell you this. How many people said they were going to do something, wrote out a plan, and then unfortunately didn't do anything that was on that list? Please raise your hand. Please be honest. Please be transparent. It happens, right? It happens. So a lot of us think, well, I just need a new plan. No, if you were compelled by the plan, if it meant something to you, then you need to stick to that. When you need a new plan is if that plan that you have is not pulling you every single day. If it's not getting you up out of bed, if it's not compelling you to take action, then yes, it is the wrong plan. But most of you just need to stick to the plan. Well, I said I didn't have the quarter I wanted to. Well, I said I was gonna make prospecting calls, but I didn't. Here's what I hear all the time. I'm gonna make prospecting calls. I'm gonna start doing that next Tuesday, Elias. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next Tuesday. I'm gonna get in that lead. I'm gonna start calling, right? There's always a reason to push it out, but we're all guilty of it, you guys. It's okay. This isn't public shaming. This is about being real as penitentiary steel, right? You guys need to have a plan that you guys stick to and that you have that discipline. 99% of people don't need a new plan. They need to stick to the plan that they currently have. But like I said, if it's not compelling, it's not moving you, then that's when you need a course correction. You need to change that plan. So a couple things that I heard that I absolutely love. The market belongs to those who market. Say that one more time. The market belongs to those who market. You have to look at your business right now and have to say, am I omni? What is my presence? How are people seeing me? How are people finding me? What are people saying about me? Am I creating enough video? Am I creating enough exposure in my communities? Right? I love seeing what's going on. Like, you guys are elevating your game in your communities. Cynthia, I know Jordana, you got some plans going on. Austin out there knocking on doors. I can go on and on and on. Melody Shahid and everything that she's doing with Walnut Creek. You guys have to begin to market yourself. And marketing yourself does not mean that I have to go and spend a bunch of money that I don't have, right? Because how many of you right now have $30,000 to spend on a marketing campaign? Please raise your hand if you have 30 G's that you can go and spend on a marketing. I love that you do, but is it necessary, right? Think about it. There's so many organic things that you guys could be doing. We're going to talk about, some of that today, that you don't have to spend tons of money to get the ball rolling. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you are on Instagram every single day? Please raise your hand if you are on Instagram every single day. Okay, so I want to use this emoji down below. If you are a consumer over a creator, let me say that one more time. If you are a consumer over a creator, give me a thumbs up with the emojis down below. Use the emojis so I can see you guys, because there's tons of people on the screen. Give me a thumbs up emoji if you are a consumer over a creator. Okay, good. And thank you for all of your honesty. You know why people say, well, social media doesn't work. What you're doing is you're consuming and you're watching all the shit that people are putting that is working for them. And then what are you doing? You are not doing those things. This is not about innovation, you guys. This is not about innovation. This is about imitation, right? Think about this in the very simplest of forms. Am I consuming or am I creating, right? Am I consuming and I'm just laying there and oh my God, how much time did I actually spend? But did I spend that same amount of time making one video that got 900 views, 900 likes, reached tons of people? Think about that. We all are guilty of it. Consuming. Well, it's one thing to go on there, learn a couple things, take an idea, see something that you know, Quan put out, see something but that Janique put out, and be like, cool, I'm going to do my own variation of that right now, right? So I want you guys to remove this idea of consumption and move into creator. You guys are all public-facing individuals, right? The thoughts of, oh, I'm just going to hang back, I'm not going to be on social, I'm not going to put video out there. That's not the thoughts, and that's not the thoughts of a today type of agent. That's where we are. So creation over consumption, you guys. The agents of tomorrow are going to have a strong personal brand, and I absolutely love that. As you guys can see, and what you guys are going to see, is that Kenny and I are going to continue to work really, really closely with each of you, finding out exactly what that is. What I want to do is I want to bring in brand specialists. I want to be able to bring in logo specialists. I want to have workshops to where we really dive into like who you are, what are your core values, what are your brand tenets, what's your methodology for your company, for your business, how do you want consumers to view you, what does that look like? Does my logo look like some bullshit ass Vista print, or does it look like something that was put in, like someone put some heart and some soul and some thought into it? When I look at that, I'm like, damn, that's me, right? That's me, right? Or did Vista print put together something and it looked like garbage? And I'm not calling anybody out, you guys. If you have something that looks like garbage, you'll know it, right? But what I'm saying is that I want us to really, really think about our personal brand moving forward. Consumers don't care about EXP. Consumers don't care about Coldwell Banker. They don't care about KW. They care about you. Whatever you're doing, whether it's roller skating, raising kids, community affairs, you know, like whatever it is that you are doing, that's what consumers are going to see. Here's a stat here for you guys. 3 drivers of choice. Clients need to trust you, respect you, and have built rapport with you. 62% of consumers' decision is made before they meet with you. Think about that. 62% of consumers' decisions made before they meet with you. Imagine if they understood who you were, what your brand was like, how you communicate, what your unique value proposition is to the world before they even shook your hand. How is that going to amplify your experience with your consumer? You have to ask yourself that. Did I send them a video, or did I just say, hey guys, looking forward to meeting you. I'm going to send you an email that you're probably never going to read. Well, when you're sitting there taking a shit, I'm sure you're going to watch my video, because what are we doing when we're taking a shit? We're watching videos, right? So I want you guys to think about that. Like, think about, how am I going to connect? How are they going to see me? How am I going to start to develop my brand? If you've been in this game for 5 years or more, this business has changed in this last year more than it did the prior 5 years. Pandemic shook things up in our business. So you guys are now in an environment where you can create, be free, whatever that looks like, you guys, whatever that looks like. I want you guys to really, really think about this. The agent of tomorrow has a strong personal brand. Let's talk about your buyer's presentation. Your buyer's presentation needs to be on lock. That shit needs to be fire. It needs to be solid. What do we talk about all the time? Being able to explain the buying process to a consumer, right? So I wrote down some notes here. Your buyer's consultation needs to take a firm stance on preparing buyers for the realities of purchasing a home in 2022 in the Bay Area. Let me say that one more time. Your buyer consultation needs to take a firm stance on preparing buyers for the realities of purchasing a home in 2022 in the Bay Area. If you have that type of messaging, everyone is going to want to have that experience with you when you're talking about the buyer's consultation. Not like, hey, so sometimes what I do is I kind of take you through, you know, like a little bit of a buyer's presentation so I could kind of explain, you know, like the details of buying a home. And, you know, we can do that either on Zoom or in person. Would you guys like to do that? Nah, we're straight. I don't want to do that. Or you guys, this is what I'm going to do for you. I take all of my buyers through a buyer's consultation. I want to help you understand the realities of purchasing a home and everything that goes into that, and the realities of buying a home in the Bay Area in 2022 and beyond. Let me be that person that helps you. So you have to make it about them. You have to educate them. You have to know your unique value proposition. If I was to ask you right now, come up on stage, JJ, come up on stage, Eric Throm, Joey, Bianca, Hurston, Misty Matthews, why don't you guys come up on stage right now with me? I'm gonna pass the mic to each of you guys. I want you to spit fire right now. Oh, Linnell, if you could, something happened. If you guys, I'm gonna pass you the mic right now. Spit some fire. I want you to tell me, what is your unique value proposition? Rapid fire, go JJ, go Eric, go Misty Matthews, go Joey. Can you guys spit that, right? I'm sure some of you can, right?
Yeah. Do you want us to, or you just like, what do you want? Do you want us to do it?
Oh, no. I was just speaking as an example, but shit, while we're on it, go ahead, Misty Matthews.
Hi, Elias. I'm Misty Matthews. You know, I know you're looking to purchase a home. I've been in real estate over 15 years. And I'm going to tell you that the market has drastically changed. And I'm dealing with this right now, guys. So I literally have an appointment today at 4:00. The market has completely changed. I know you guys are in a rush to put your home on the market. Jessica, you're really nervous about purchasing a home, but this isn't a race. I want to educate you guys. Let's really take some time to go through the comparables in your market, and let's take a look at what's happening in Brentwood so you can get the home that you really want. Let's not settle. That's my plan today.
Oh, okay, right? Just stepping right in. That's what group coaching is all about. But here's the thing, you guys, like, you guys have to, so the value proposition is here. In order for us to move fast, we need to slow down, right? This isn't a race. This is a marathon. This is about endurance. It's about education. This is about me helping you understand everything and helping you understand that, hey, this might not be a good time for you. I'm okay to say that. Imagine you posting a video saying, guys, I want to share with you why it might not be a good time for you to purchase a home. What? Wait, what? I'm going to watch that video. I'm just going to watch that video, right? So to think about these things, what is your unique value proposition that you're pushing out to the world? Do you even know that, right? And then ask yourself this in regards to the buyer's presentation. What is your unique strategy that you use to get offers accepted in this competitive market? I could spit a couple. You guys' high note presentation, right? I'm going to present your offer in a manner that's going to look different than any other real estate agent that doesn't have a high note, obviously. I'm going to come correct with a breakdown of the offer. I'm going to highlight all the terms. I'm going to create a video introducing myself to the listing agent, and hopefully that listing agent sends that off to their seller. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do so much research. I'm going to understand. I'm going to call the pennies. I'm going to call the solds. I'm going to find out everything that I possibly can so we can go in with the best possible opportunity for you guys to win. That's my strategy. Do you guys know what your own strategy is? And can you convey that message to a consumer every single time you're face to face with them? I want you guys to start thinking about these things. Start thinking about your plans. Start thinking about things that you're going to do. Now, let's do this. I want to turn it over to you guys. I'm sure you have thoughts. I'm excited. I feel under the weather, but no matter what, I'm still excited because about everything that is coming for us moving forward. So I want to turn it over to you guys. Who would like to share some of their key takeaways from the last couple of days? And then, Christina, I saw your hand, will come to you. And then what are you going to implement? Listen, this is great, you guys, all your copious amounts of notes, but none of it matters unless you guys have an action plan for implementation. Christina Darrow, the Glam Agent, let's take it away.
Good morning. Okay, first off, I took way too many notes. There's just way too much to go over, but I picked my top 3. So I don't know if this is legal in the state of California, but when you want to get your offer, when you want to win an offer, have your lender to save the listing agent time. And so you can stand up from the rest of the offers, have them send a video to the listing agent, that your lender sends a video to your listing agent, to the listing agent, going over the client's financials. That way it saves them a phone call and they're like, wow, this person, I like this person. They're making my job easy. So you stand out. That was something that really stood out to me. The next one is something I've been intimidated doing when I'm on a buyer's consultation, getting the commitment from the client that I'm going to be their agent. So asking, well, showing the client what you do when you're on Zoom, but also telling the client what you do on a daily basis to help them win a home, not just what you do to win an offer. That way they know what you're doing, because most clients, and this has happened to me twice already, think you're doing nothing and then they want part of your commission. So I like that. And then the last one, which was fire, and I didn't think about it. I didn't know this. Everybody do this if you haven't done it already. Create a My Google business page and treat it like your Instagram and your Facebook. Anytime you update your Facebook and your Instagram, go update your My Google page, because Google is actually our best friend. If you were to go on Google right now and you type in real estate agent or realtor, you're going to see the top 2 or 3 most highly rated realtors in the area that did not pay for ads, and then everybody else that paid for ads, which is like Zillow, Trulia, all those big companies. So Google's actually on our side. So if you upload a ton of pictures, not all at once, Tom Ferry was saying, I think, correct me, Elias, if I'm wrong, it was 100 or 200 pictures they'd like to see, but not all at once. Otherwise, they'll flag your account. Treat My Google page, update every single thing on there, because the more information you have on there, the more reviews you have on there, the higher you will rank to get clients without paying a referral fee to any of these big companies. So go make a My Google page. It's free, and you have to wait 5 days to get a verification. I did mine 2 days ago. So, and I can't wait. I've already been like uploading stuff, but you won't see any of your pictures get approved until you confirm it once you get a postcard in the mail in like 5 days.
Beautiful.
Money,
Beautiful.
money.
Money. I love it. I love it. Janique, let's head over to you.
Yep, the Google My Business. We all need it. I didn't even know that was something that we needed to do. And it seems super easy once you Google to figure it out, but we all need to do that. The other big thing was loving on your database, whatever that means for you, whether it's calling, MailChimping, DMing. We need to love on our database. Yes, we have a big team that gets the Zillow Flex calls, but we need to do things that are outside of getting that referral fee, giving that referral fee. So loving your database and the My Google was the biggest things for me. And of course, video. I say to people that I'm shy and I'm very mellow, but I need to do video all day.
And it doesn't mean that you have to be an extrovert to create video.
Yeah.
I think there's a misconception that, oh, well, I have to have all this. No, just lean into whoever you are. Just be that person.
I like the guy that was on stage with Taya. This was boring, but he did hella market updates and was getting business from that. I felt that. Yeah,
because boring is in the eyes of the beholder, right? What one thing person might think is boring, like, ooh, I love data. Give it to me, man. I love that stuff, right? So good stuff. Who else wants to chime in on their takeaways, thoughts, and what they're going to implement over the next couple months? Cynthia, did you want to go? All right, let's hear it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So much stuff from you two gals already. Thank you so much. And I just posted in the chat, there's a super quick, like 1.5 minute video on Mighty Networks, the Fast Agent, God, what's it called?
Fast Agent Success Track.
Thank you, Elias. Yeah, there's a quick video about how to set up your Google My Business page. So make sure you guys are checking out Mighty Network still. Okay, so action items. I'm similar to Christine. I took like 4 or 5 pages worth of notes. Too many notes, but let's see what I pulled out. So the biggest one was not just having my Google My Business page, but geotagging it too. The locations that I'm at, because like I'm trying to be the Martinez realtor. And so I need to go through and make sure that those geotags are set up for me. And I just figured out how to do that. Recruiting and leadership, human capital, like there's no reason to talk about oh, sales, 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 if there's no one there to do the sales, right? Like we are the capital.
Totally.
Farming, but in a different way. So I used to do a lot of postcards, and now I'm switching it more to community events. And what my plan is to do with that is to do video with the events that I'm doing. That way I'm seen as the community realtor. So for me, it was a ton of info about community and doubling down on that and getting rid of the trash stuff that I've been doing that has not been working for 4 years. Get rid of that and focus in on video and community.
Man, I love this. To answer your question, Sandy, so once Kenny gets back in debriefs, he is an extreme note taker. He's going to provide the notes with to everyone. And then Cynthia and Christina, if you guys have great notes that you want to share and you have a link, if you can, put them here. If not, share with Sandy and the rest of the team at a later time.
Hey guys, too, there's the whole workbook is uploaded on Slack right now. If you go to the general channel, the entire workbook, and it's a website, the Summit Hub, that whole website has the workbook and some action items as well. So be sure to check that out.
Yeah, and it was just posted. Yep, it's there, you guys. All right, let's continue on. Who else? Who has some takeaways they want to share? Let me hear it. Spit some fire.
Hey, real quick, Eliza, do we have the video of the whole conference? Because it would be nice to be able to go back and combine the video with the workbook now that the workbook is available.
We don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. Then I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I wish we were that advanced, but we are not. But JJ, did you want to chime in? I know that you were there, you were in the office, you were learning, you were, developing your sword or sharpening your sword. Anything you want to share, takeaways and things that you're going to be
the biggest thing is there's a avalanche of information. Just be selective about what you're actually going to do. There's obviously some musts, the business is changing, so you've got to do a lot more media platform type stuff. But there was so much in there that, I mean, you could spend 10 hours a day just trying to implement everything they give you. So you really have to start thinking about what really works for you and just work with that. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do something really well. Totally.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. What's the one thing that you are going to work on that you're going to do very well?
I in the 3 day, I mean, you know me, man, I don't go to the offices very much, but almost every time I'm in the office, a lot of agents are asking questions and I'm super nosy. So I kind of drop in on people's conversations and I add stuff to it. And I think I just need to start doing videos of all the things that I'm having conversations with, but I don't think about it from my day to day because I'm just doing it. So I'm probably going to try and find somebody who's new and they can shadow me. And then we can do videos that'll benefit both of us. They can kind of show people what they're doing to get better in the business. And I can finally start explaining to more people than one-on-one.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. PK, let's hear from you.
I unfortunately was not able to go to all 3 days, but one day that I was able to go to, I was blown away by the information that he was sharing about how to grow and expand as an agent. The fact that he said being a solo agent is completely a dead, path. If you are a solo agent, like I just looked around the room and I'm like, wow, it makes so much sense why we kind of all ended up in the same room together, because it's so hard being a one-man show, doing everything yourself. So gathered a lot of information on, the virtual assistant thing and anything that you can pay somebody else to do. Just like delegate that task and pretty much move on. You should not be doing everything yourself. And he gave a bunch of different examples, which kind of resonated with me. I do like being in control and pretty much do a lot of the work that does not necessarily relate to the selling side of it. I like the project management side too. But at the same time, in my head, I was like, how can I replicate my work and have 5, 6, 7, 10 listings and do all of this work myself? It's impossible. So just being a little bit more forward thinking and also know that, yes, I'm not planning on being a Kenny where I have like 200 agents, but I could have my own mini team where I have help and I have support so I can do more work, so I can get more listings and like all the stuff. So I started just like narrowing down the list of things that I can hire somebody else to do. And I mean, there's a lot that somebody else can do for me in my day-to-day, including video editing and like all the stuff that I sit down and do. It takes me like an hour.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have to do it if you really want to make all the big money and have 50 listings one day in like the future.
So for you, I want you to make a list of the things that you feel that are not A and B priorities, like all your C priorities that you spend a lot of time doing, and like make a list of those things and then see how can you send a lot of those things to the VAs, right? I get the daily report, end of the day report from our VAs. I mean, you guys are doing tons of work. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have our own person at Envision, our own editor, so people that are going to really help you guys with your social, making sure that you guys have these cool thumbnails, make sure that you guys have all of your branding on point. That's going to be a huge focus for us in the next couple months. And so we want to take some of that off your plate, because if you don't know how to edit a video and you're putting out content, I mean, you might be an Eric Throm, but if you're not, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. So if we can have that go to an editing department to take that off your plate and we pay for that, and that helps you guys grow your business, cool.
And also just like keeping in mind that Envision and like the partnerships we have are great, but if we can figure out a way to have our own like designated person for videos that works with us only, something like that, that is a little bit more accessible, also cheaper. That like to me was like mind blowing, because I can do like videos all day long without having to pay $250 or $200. And then another thing was like this is like future, like I'm not talking about right now, but I do want to establish some sort of not necessarily like being an agent type of business, but like a property management type of company where that's like my lead coming in, my funnel of leads that are, you know, clients that I'm helping help manage their properties. And at the end of the day, those are like the listings that you get. It's like all these names that he was name dropping, they have something that is related to business as a side, but it's not directly being a realtor, like, you know, a plumbing business or something that has to do with the house that you get kind of like in touch with homeowners. So it's just like so many ideas, but it was really good. I really want to like sign up for next year's event and go, because I think it was a super powerful event to be in.
Love it. Love it. Joey, you had your hand up, bro. Spit some fire. Let's hear it.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. When I was there yesterday, I think I've got two things. Two things. One of them is to make videos and trying to work on your business as much as you can. And then the second thing was to make your calls daily to, he said, even if it's bad or good, you're still learning and you're still overcoming objections. But one thing about me, I thought it was very interesting is creating videos though. I have a $2,000 camera and I barely even know how to use it. So, you know, I've been waiting. I've been like putting all the dots together. And like you say, PK, I think there's like editing things that we have to learn. And, you know, it does takes time to learn all these things. So, you know, if I were to come to the office sooner or later, I would like to document all of us and, you know, just to put us out there with this thing. And this thing could create a lot of, you know, content and more eyes on us. So I think that's one of those good things.
Well, Joe, you don't have to be perfect at it right now. You just have to start recording, right? You'll start to learn. You'll start to learn, bro. You'll start to learn. Things will start to come come together. You can, you know, hire somebody to do your editing, but it doesn't have to be perfect right now. And in regards to making their calls, how many of us are guilty of not making phone calls? Yeah, thank you for your honesty. And what stands in our way? The lack of time management stands in our way. That's usually one of the biggest ones, right? Fear, trepidation, right? Those are the things that are standing in the way of our making calls. But I wrote this today. I'm glad that you said this, Joey. Appointments are the currency of top producers. right?
That's what I also took down to you.
Right? Appointments are the currency of top producers. So you guys need to be, every single day. And if you're in tons of transactions, cool, good for you. But if you're not, and you're not doing those things, then you're going to find yourself just being busy, doing busy work, but you're not actually moving your own company forward. You're not meeting with clients. You guys need to be, and like Joey said, you're going to have days where you're off. It's okay. Cool. I still made my calls. And even when I was feeling 75%, I was still able to make a connection with somebody that wants to potentially sell their home in February. I'm closer than if I didn't make the calls. Come on, let's hear from you, brother.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a great week, man. I'm really sad I wasn't able to make it to the thing because I'm feeling under weather. I don't want to, take any chances. So, but the first thing, I just want to echo what you were saying about it's all about taking the action. It doesn't really matter like how many, seminars you go to, because God knows, I've been to UPW, I've been to, Tony Robbins Business Mastery and all this stuff. And then and I've been guilty of just having a stack of just profuse, just taking notes. I just so fired up. And then when you get back and then you get into the motion of things and then you don't really implement. So then there's just expensive notes just sitting there. So what I'm realizing honestly is that, part of the success habits, right? They say if you interview the top 1% of the CEOs in the world, one of the success habits is they read 30 minutes a day and they read 15 books, in a year or whatever. But now I'm I don't even need to read the whole book. I just need to, because my thing was I'm going to read books. I'm going to listen to audio. But if I'm just consuming the audio, but I'm not implementing, it's just kind of you know what I'm saying? Versus if I just take 30 minutes to take a piece from the audio and implement that, I think I get a lot more value out of it. So that's the first thing. Second thing, on the editing, I have a little bit of editing experience. I'm more than happy to help people. If we have a dedicated computer, maybe at the office in Oakland or whatever, there are programs we can get for super cheap. We can set it up. We can create templates, right? And then I can show people how to access it pretty quickly. And then, and that way we have something just like how you can, do something really quickly and print it out. You can just go to the editing station and get your thing edited and then, be able to have a product.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that we're having this conversation because that's the direction Kenny and I want to take. That's a layer of the company we want to add. We want to have our own videographer. We want to have our own editing. And then we also want to have our own branding department, right? What other companies are out there that are saying, okay, let's go to the branding department. Here's a couple logos. Here's some thoughts. Let's break down your core values. And spit out some opportunity or spit out some logos and some brand opportunities for you. So I like the way you're thinking. And I love what Quan just said. Did you take did you have a notebook of $2,500 worth of notes, right? Expensive ass notes, right? So many people do that. Damn, I went. And now travel expenses, what I paid for the event, my food, my drinks, everything that I paid for. I ended up spending $3,500 for 12 pages of notes. Damn, that hits. That hits. Who else? Who else has something that they want to share that they took away from the last couple of days that they're going to be implementing and moving forward on? Anybody else want to share? Okay, cool. I have a question for you guys. And I think this is an important question. So feel free if you want to chime in.
I want to share one thing real quick,
Go ahead,
maybe
brother.
for the new agents. When you go to these kind of things, everybody's super excited about maximizing and this whole 9 yards and stuff like that. And one thing I would always tell everybody is be who you are going to be. Not everybody here is going to be Kenny who can just smoke everything and wants a yacht and the whole 9 yards. Everybody out there's looking to maximize everything, and it creates a stress level that some people really can't handle. And when they get to that point, they realize they don't even want to be there. So I think not before, but you should always consider when taking this much information is where do you want to be inside of it? I'm not telling you to be lazy. I'm saying be who you want to be, because a lot of it has to do with sacrifice. Time is, time, there's only 24 hours in the day. And to be pretty badass like Kenny, you've either got to be super organized and give up a lot of hours, or you're going to sacrifice somewhere else. So I think if you're able to do that up front, it makes a big difference. Let me tell you, I almost got divorced about 10 years ago because of that. I mean, I had so much business and I kept just growing it without thinking about it because that's the thing to do. And it almost didn't work out for me. So I'm just saying you should really have an idea of what it is that you want to be. You know, if you really want to make $1 million, nothing wrong with it, but just want to make sure that that's actually what you want to do, you know, not just because it's maximizing what's available.
Totally. And you guys, let's define success. Success doesn't necessarily mean I want to do 25 deals in a year and like get sleep, have no sleep and be reviewing comps and disclosures at midnight. That may not be success for some of you. Success may be I want to do 15 deals at $1 million price point, and I want to be able to take my family on 4 vacations throughout the year. I want to be at every single soccer game. I want to be at every single basketball game, baseball practice. I want to be at all those things. That's success to me. Success to me is being able to raise my son and be able to share time with them, not to have to sit and share time with them and I'm on my computer or I'm on my phone, right?
Preach, bias, preach.
The only way I'm able to do that, JJ, I'm glad that you brought this up, is because I'm super disciplined with my time. And I have some non-negotiables, right? My time with my son, my daughter, my lady, my family, nothing comes close to that. That's my success. When my son just wants to hang out and watch Lion King or watch Home Alone, and it's just him and I, like that's success to me. Yeah, like I feel like I'm successful. I've helped build this company. I'm, you know, hopefully impacting your guys' lives. Like there's so many more layers of that. Success isn't just a monetary goal. Success is how do I feel inside? How does my body look? Right? Am I eating right? Am I doing things? Am I calling my mom in the morning and having conversations with her? Or am I too busy just to call my mom for a 30-minute conversation? Success shows up in many different forms in your life. We talk about the drive and about the production, but I'm also wanting you guys to focus on the life part of that, outside of just the business. Because we all know this shit is all consuming. If you guys don't work out, you don't exercise, you drink like a sailor, how's that going to affect your body? How's that going to affect your mind? How's that going to affect your business, right? We all took some time away from the gym last year because it shut down. Like, how does that make us feel, right? How did it make us, like our mental condition? Like it hurt us in some ways, you know? So you guys, it's about success being defined on your terms. It's not on anyone else's terms. Anyone else want to chime in? I have a question for everybody, and I think it's a good question. Anybody else want to chime in on takeaways from the last couple of days? Go ahead, Linnell. There you go.
Okay, so it's not from the time period. I did attend a little bit, but I just wanted to piggyback off of what George. Is it George?
JJ, yep.
JJ. So success and like figuring out what my niche is. Like we were in Los Gatos camping, and I met a realtor out there who had a huge home on a lot of land. And my guy, he was like, she's representing a certain type of client. And then he was like, but you're representing another type of client. And so that kind of like resonated with me. And I was just like, you know what, for now, I'm gonna be my true self. And the clients who I want to reach out to, they're going to come back to me and they're going to see who I am and they're going to come back. So I made a video yesterday and I was just like, yeah, sometimes maybe you can get it, maybe you can't. But I was being my true self. It was crazy because I made the video like 10 times. But then I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to just post this one. So yeah, so just trying to be my true self and like reach out to the people who want to. And actually people, 2 people reached out to me after that video, which is super cool. So
that's right. I love it. And the fact that you're doing it, she's like, oh, I'm not good at creating video. Well, how do you get better if you don't do it? Right? There was a time 2 years ago, you guys, I'd never once been on Instagram. 2 years. I'm new to Instagram still. New, right? You got to start somewhere. You got to start saying some stuff and turning the camera around. Like I said, you guys are all cool in your own regards. All right, so let me ask a question and feel free to jump in on this question. So what's motivating you today to do more and to be more? You guys think about that question for 1 second. What's motivating you today to do more and to be more? All of you. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Nicole, go ahead. Yep, Penland.
Oh, I can share it. It was more so like a woo moment when I raised my hand.
Okay.
But just being able to, I don't want to say like it, when I say it, it sounds bad, but to be able to handle everything to provide the quality of life that I want for my kids by myself. I accept, support, but I don't expect it. So I just want to be able to myself make things to where it's comfortable.
I love it. I love it. Who else, you guys? What's motivating you today to do more and to be more? I'll hit you guys with one. My kids. My mom told me that she's going to retire and move up here. I'm like, where? She's like, with you. I'm like, cool. So then I'm motivated to make sure to buy a home for my mom, or to buy a home with the fat ass ADU, because I don't want her like in my own space. But
Yes,
to be able to be
yes,
like,
yes.
like, how is my mom going to spend the rest of her life? So she's going to be 60 on December 3rd. I'm like, how much more time do I actually have with my mother? Like, and I don't want to be morbid or anything like that, you guys. We all have had loss in our families. But like, my mom's 60, I'm 41 years old. Like, how much more time do I have with her? And how can I make that part of her life? And my stepdad's 67. Like, how can I make these later parts of their life even better? Obviously, my son, my daughter, those are huge motivators for me, my family. But like, looking at this, like, how can I hook my mom up? That's what I'm thinking about. So that's what's motivating me to do more and to be more. And quite frankly, you guys, my age and my retirement, right? Like, what am I going to do in 10 years? I love you guys, but in 10 years, I'm not going to be doing group coaching, right? Somebody else is going to be in the seat. Somebody else is going to be working off the standards that we've created with this company. We're going to look back like, damn, look what we've done. Look what we've done. We're already saying that. So that's what's motivating me right now. PK.
For me, I don't know. A lot of you guys might know this, you might not know this, but my parents still live in Iran, and Ali's parents still live in Iran. So him and I are the immigrants that moved at 16. And ever since then, it's been 13 years that I've lived away from my parents, and I'm an only child. So it's like really difficult. I don't have any children, but I mean, given my experience being an only child, I do know that I want more than one kids. So just for all of the goals I have in my life, which is like family, like being close to family and creating something here that I can actually like proudly tell my dad that like, move here, you don't even have to like work, you don't even have to worry about like life, or because he's younger, he's 56, like I can tell him like, dude, you like building, just like come help me like grow my business. But it's something that I have to create. There's no way my parents are going to move on their own because it's too hard and they're kind of like not ever going to do it. So it's a big goal of mine to have them close, like minutes away, to spend Saturdays and Sundays with them, to like, when I have children, to have family around, because it would be so lonely to have kids without any family around. So it's a big goal, but I mean, it keeps me motivated every day. I'm like, I need to be better. I need to do more. I need to like grow this business to a legit business that like makes money.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you guys see that it's not a monetary goal, right? It's who can I impact, right? It's different, right? Well, you could always chase the money, but then that's fleeting, right? Because it's not the money. Because what happens when you actually get the money? Cool, I got the money, right? I got the bag. No, it's like, who did I influence? Who did I contribute to? How, right? How did I make their life better because of the success that I've had? How have I given back? How have I contributed to someone's life? That's real success. I love that. Kwan, you have something you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's just knowing that I have not tapped into my fullest. I mean, I define greatness is when I reach my full potential. I don't know what that means. I think that's going to be continually pushed forward as I grow. And I feel like, if I'm totally honest with myself, I'm probably going even like 70, 80% most of the time, or sometimes 60%. And so I haven't even reached 100%. And, as David Goggins talked about, even when you reach 100%, there's another like 60% you haven't even tapped into. So I know I'm not even nearly where I can possibly be in terms of my full potential. And that, that pushes me and motivates me. But like also being on these coaching calls really reminds me of that and ignites me.
Man, I love that. Like unlocking that potential, right? It's within us all, but we all have these limiting beliefs and bad habits and all these things, right? We talk about in coaching all the time. So I love this conversation. Let's hear from one more person. So we have 5 minutes left. Let's hear from one other person. What's motivating you today to do more and to be more? One more person to answer that question. All right, Bianca, let's hear it. Bianca was looking, she's quiet, so I'm just gonna call Bianca. So let's hear it.
Oh man, today, I mean, if I'm 100% honest, today, honestly, it's man, like I got to start hustling for my family. Like we got bills to pay, you know, and money's running tight. Like, so usually, you know, like I try to look at the overall picture, but as of today, as of right now, like I got to take care of me and my husband got to take care of our kids as of right now, you know, make sure that we continue to put a roof over their head, make sure that we can continue to move forward and advance instead of have to go backwards in life. You know, like we moved from Hayward to San Ramon to give our kids a better future. And we got to be able to sustain this lifestyle and be able to, you know, give them more. So I got to start hustling.
So advice for you right now, if you have the time this weekend, put it in the open house channel in Slack and say, who's got an open house for me, right? Go out there and go out. Even if you don't feel you're 100% ready, just go out there, right?
Okay.
Get those opportunities and find those opportunities because they're there. And then once you and I connect and do your buyer's presentation, you have access to all the leads. Sign up for Op City right now, sign up for OJO, and make sure that you have those opportunities coming in. And then we're going to help you find those community events and those things that you want to do. Because Bianca is a woman of discipline. She's like, I need to know what I need to do right now. What is my schedule? What should I be doing from 8 to 5 every single day? And I like that tenacity. That's the type of tenacity you need. Let's go over to Sylvia Young, and then we'll kind of wrap it up.
Okay, so I'm trying to live by my new mantra. I saw this sign that says stop being poor, and poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. So if I see an opportunity, I'm gonna take it because I don't want to be poor. And I'm trying to get other people to do the same thing. Stop passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Whoo! I love that. I love that. I've never heard that before. I love that. So you guys, let's come to the tail end of this. I want to talk to you guys really quick about content cadence, excuse me. Here's a quick advice for you guys. IG story or IGTV at least once a week. That could be interviews with the community. That could be interview with team members. That could be interview with past clients. Whatever that looks like for you guys, do one IGTV per week. Do a minimum of 1 to 3 reels per week. That's you creating, doing, you're in the community, you're showing home, whatever that looks like. Post at least 3 times a week. I think 3 times a week is a small number, but start somewhere if you're not doing it. Tell stories. Then never do this. Don't do this. If you're a seller, don't do this. If you're a buyer, never do this, right? Start telling stories, educating them. Do quick, hey, 30 seconds. I want to share with something that you guys are going to need to know if you're a buyer. Watch this, listen to this, right? Making sure that you're creating videos, short and long, and making sure that you're DMing people and really staying engaged, right? It's not about just seeing how many people are liking yourself, because that's an endorphin rush, it's an endorphin rush, but are you contributing to other people? Are you DMing people? Oh my God, tell me a little bit about that. I saw your blog, let's connect, let's do a story, let's create a video. All these things that you guys can do. So start to be a contributor and not, or excuse me, a creator and not just a consumer of all these things, right? People say, oh yeah, I need to get off social media, it's too much time. It's because you're just consuming too much and you're scrolling and you're scrolling and like and scrolling, like and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you're not sitting there taking that same amount of time. Don't get me wrong, scroll, but take some of that time and start creating. This is your life. This is your kids. Like Bianca was saying, like Amy's like, I said, Amy, fucking create this video of your masterpiece of life and how you're creating. And I thought it was the most beautiful video that you did about your painting in your studio, right? You guys have an opportunity to really create. Remember, the agent of tomorrow is the agent that has a strong personal brand. How do you start that brand if nobody can even see your face? If you're shy about the camera, hi guys. I'm really, really shy and I've never done this before, but I have to start somewhere. So please bear with me. Think of how people are going to look at you like, damn, that was humble, Joey. Thanks for doing that, man. Because I'm kind of an introvert myself. I love seeing you get on the mic and spit because it gives me some encouragement. You guys create, don't consume. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Focus on all the things that you guys want to create. We as a leadership company or team, we're meeting today for 2 hours to really plan out what the next year looks like. Where are our blind spots? Where do we need to improve on? How can we get better as leaders? What do we need to train on? How do we have different levels of possibly compensation moving forward? We're going to unpack a lot of stuff today. We're also meeting next week in person to even go a little bit further. Then we're going to start planning our business planning and State of the Union address. So everyone across the board, from their newest agent to the oldest agent, understands exactly what is available for you guys. What are the services that you guys can use? How can you leverage? How can you build your brand? We want to make sure that everyone knows everything about this company and that there's nothing that you guys aren't aware of. So these are things that we're working on as a leadership team. These are things that we're going to be bringing to the table in a huge State of the Union address for Team Fast and Fast Real Estate. So Nell, you had your hand up.
I just have a quick question, and then but I can wait till everybody leaves.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Because I have a coaching session, so stay on after this. But you guys, thank you once again for being here, for showing up, for participating, for providing nuggets and gems and insight. Really, really value you guys, and I'm really grateful for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and go out there and own it.
Thank you a lot. Y'all.
Bye.